So the question has to be asked, who are you going to listen to? Who are you going to follow? You know, the Most High gave me that word, follow Yahuah, follow not man. We should always follow Yahuah. And if the man is righteous, he's going to point. This is what Yahushua did. He pointed the people to the Father. You're going to follow this? I say unto you, the unmarried and the widow, it's good for them if they remain as I am. So remain. You're either going to stay unmarried, not married, or you're going to listen to the Most High and be fruitful and multiply. Once again, Yahuah, we never got in trouble for not multiplying. This is one of the things the Egyptians saw in Yahuah. The people they came in small in number, but they end up outnumbering the Egyptians. And they was like, we can't allow this. They can side with our enemy and we will be in trouble. But we were fruitful and we multiplied. This is something he spoke over us. And this is something we should, again, we should listen to every word that comes from the mouth of the Father. Here's something else he said. And again, we have an opportunity to choose who we're going to listen to, who we're going to serve. 1 Timothy 1:4. Nor give heed to fables and endless genealogies. These are for those people that's Paulinites. They for Pauline. And they're going to come to defend him. Why? Any teacher, and most, even in the Christian churches, the teachers will go into genealogies. You look at the beginning of the so-called New Testament, it's the New Covenant. It starts out with genealogy. Without genealogy, we don't know who the people are in the earth. And this is what the enemy would like. This is what he wants. He don't want us concerned with genealogy. It doesn't matter who you are. And this is not what the Father's saying. We have the scriptures. The scriptures connect genealogies. It connects the people, who's who. And that's how we know who is who in the earth today. How is it that these teachers follow him, but they don't believe? They don't believe certain things. They don't teach certain things because they go into these genealogies. And the Most High wanted us to know who's who. Deuteronomy 17:6. And this is the Most High. This is something, once again, I might go into this and I might not. I don't know. Deuteronomy 17:6. It's up to the Most High. Whoever is deserving of death shall be put to death on the testimony of 2 to 3 witnesses. We supposed to know Torah. We supposed to know scripture. We supposed to know what was written. You put someone to death according to the mouth of 2 to 3 witnesses. One witness is not enough. Yahushua said, out the mouth of 2 to 3 witnesses, let every word be established. Once again, I'm bringing this out for those that's protectors of Paul's letters. You have to understand, there was no witnesses when he had his so-called experience of a light that knocked him down. There were no witnesses. He gave the entire story. He gave the entire story from his mouth. It was his account. He said there were witnesses with me. That's what he said. But they have to speak up. Even GUI, court of law today, even in the court of law today, they know that the witness must take the stand. The witness must speak. I can't get on the stand. Let's say something happened. You was with me when it happened. I can't testify on the stand and say that it happened because you was my witness. Everybody that's listed, they were I had many witnesses. They would say, where are they? Bring them forth. Let them testify. Let them speak. That's why it says one will not get put to death on the testimony of only one. He shall not be put to death on the testimony of one witness. We can't allow these scriptures to be ignored. We can't ignore this. We can't ignore the fact he gave the entire story. The Most High looking back at us, he's shaking his head. This man had no authority. This man had no witness. This man had none. And this man gave the testimony by himself. He gave the testimony by himself. I brought out the one point that he said, I came to you 3 times. And he said, you know what the scripture says, out the mouth of 2 to 3 witnesses, let every word be established. And he came to you. If he come to you 3 times, if I come to you 3 times, I'm still one witness. You see the twistedness? No one defended that. I had some people that, defended Paul, but they couldn't defend those statements. And they're going to come here in the comment section on this video because I mentioned him. I had to bring this out because this is one of the reasons. He's one of the reasons the women are pushed to the back burner. He's one of the reasons the women are looked down upon. They don't have any authority. He's one of the reasons why some women, the Most High has pressed on you like he pressed on me to give understanding to the scripture, to show you things, for you to bring things out, and you won't do it because of what Paul said. You're going to be in trouble. You better speak what the Most High put in you. You're going to be in trouble. He's going to tell you, I gave this to you to show the people, and you would not do. I was the one that pressed upon your heart to speak. But people are going to come to my comment section and they're going to say a woman is not permitted to teach. And he's going to look at you and say, are they the mighty one or am I the mighty one? This is what he's going to say. And so our people are stuck and they don't know. Even so, I see some of the female teachers, they kind of back down when people use Paul's letters against them. You see what they're doing? They use Paul's letters against those female teachers, and this is wrong. You can't use the Most High's word against the female teachers because he didn't authorize it. Once again, how can someone come to us, no witnesses, and we believe the story? You see, some people are not buying it. And when those people speak against it, they don't understand him. His word is too difficult to understand. You have to realize men did this. Men put this in there. They're saying Peter said his writing is hard to understand. Well, his writing is not hard to understand. They put that there. And Peter never said that. They put that there so that the people will say, okay, maybe they're right. And this, once again, this is wickedness. You have to study for yourself. You have to seek the Most High for yourself. At the end of the day, it's going to be according to what the Most High have to say about it. Last scripture, Joel 2:28. When all said and done, Paul could have knocked against these, but he didn't. He quoted some of the prophets. He quoted some of the things of old, but some of the things he stayed away from, like Joel 2:28. And people forget this. They don't understand this. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my Ruach on men. No, I will pour out my Ruach on all flesh. And your sons and your daughters. You see, females, this message the Most High want the females to get. Don't be suppressed any longer. The Most High put on you. You have to speak something. Speak. Make sure make sure it's coming from him. You know when it's coming from him. Whatever he put on you, you never again shy down from speaking. But the wicked one wants you to be quiet. He wants you to be silent. But it says, I will pour out my Ruach on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. It's funny how these Israelite camps, they are come here and read the scripture on one tongue, and then you check them out 2 months later, they're another tongue. They tell the woman to keep silent. You see this? This is what you call a double-minded man. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Double-minded, double-tongued. Which is it? They either can speak or they can't speak. And the Most High never said for them not to speak. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. The Most High never said for the woman to keep silent. Anyone that wants to continue to believe that, you go right ahead. But to the righteous, we understand that man shall not live by bread alone. Man shall not live by the words that come out the mouth of Paul. You know, I'm going to say this. I've been mentioning this. And now it's time to say this. I put a challenge out that someone that knows his father in scripture show it to us. No one today have shown where his father is. What is his name? No one shown this in scripture. So, from now on, I and you need to look at him as a bastard child. That's what he is. He's a bastard child. And until those Paulines can show and prove who his father is, I will remove this video. I will no longer call him a bastard child. But until you can't show me his father, he is a bastard to Yahuah. He is an enemy to Yahuah. And it's funny how we side with the enemy. That's why we need to be in his scriptures. We need to be close to him, because when we're close to him, we can see the enemy better. He's easily to spot. When we know the way and how he has things set up, when we know we're supposed to be operating in the land, planting our seed, bringing forth our fruits, our first fruits, coming up before Jerusalem on the Kadash days, the men are required to come on those Kadash days. When we're doing these things, then we can understand and see Paul didn't come up on these days. Paul didn't sow seed in the ground. Paul wasn't doing those things that's commanded. Paul wasn't operating. So we can understand that man don't live by the words of Paul. Man shall live by every word that comes from the mouth of Yahuah. This is so important. This should be your foundation scripture. We have to live by every word that comes from the mouth of Yahuah. Who, once again, who is his father? And there is the crickets. No one with a name, but we're supposed to follow someone that's illegitimate. I went into the word. I showed you before. I went into the Aubrey word. I showed you this illegitimate. And I showed you if this person can't even come in the assemblies of Yahuah, why do you think when he went into the house of the Most High, why do you think when he brought those Greeks, he went in, he brought the Greeks, why do you think they drug him out? Why do you think they did this and shut the doors? Something wicked had happened. He can't come into the congregation. He's illegitimate. He's a bastard child. The ladies, you have to understand, these women are not getting their due. These women should get their due and no longer be suppressed. That's what this video is about. You should change your mind, your thinking by now. Your thinking should be changed. For those that are going to continue to follow Paul, there's nothing anyone can say or do for you. You will follow Shaul to Shaul. That's his name. Shaul. It enlarged itself. Shaul enlarged Shaul with lies. And this is what happens. It enlarges itself. He enlarged Shaul with lies. And he is the sprouter of lies that the Dead Sea Scrolls is talking about. Women in scripture. These are the women prophet in scripture. No longer go back, read these scriptures. Make sure you understand the Most High called these women. The Most High gave these women authority over men. You just saw it for yourself. Women prophets in scripture. Shalom.